Nintendo announced the newest version or update to their Switch console. In this video, I'm going to tell you if this is the Switch Pro that everybody was expecting, or is it just another disappointment from Nintendo? Let's get to it. Okay, let's start talking about what new features this Nintendo Switch has. To start off, and obviously due to the name, it's called the Nintendo Switch OLED model. The biggest feature, or the one that they promote the most, is that it has an OLED screen. The screen also gets a little bit larger at 7 inches. The previous version, I believe, is 6.52. I'm just going to place whatever the size is over here. But it is going to be a little bit larger now, and as I said, it's going to be an OLED screen, which is going to make that color contrast a lot better than in this previous version, and also the Nintendo Switch Lite. The other update that it has is that it now, in the dock, they replaced the USB port that was inside the dock. They replace it with an Ethernet port. For those people that love online gaming, this is going to be big for you, since now you're going to have a little bit more stability internet-wise while you're playing online. So that's always for those online gamers like Splatoon, playing Splatoon or something like that. It's always a welcome change. The other update that it brought is that it now will have 64 gigabytes of storage inside the console. The previous versions, Nintendo Switch and the Nintendo Switch Lite, have 32 gigabytes, so obviously this is a welcome change. It's not that much, but any more storage is always welcome. The other enhancement that it brought is enhanced audio. Obviously, until the console comes out, we're not going to be able to determine if it's a real good enhancement, or by just increasing the volume a little bit, oh, we have enhanced audio now. So obviously we're going to have to wait to see what happens with that one. The biggest and most important update, aside from the screen, I don't know if you guys have a Switch or not, or have a child that has a Switch. This kickstand is the worst idea Nintendo has ever had in a console. And they've had some pretty bad ones, but this is by far the worst. That kickstand breaks off. Mine has not broken off because I never used it. It's a pain to actually try to get the kickstand out, and you have to pull so hard. I'm guessing that's why most people actually tear the kickstand off. Well, now the entire bottom back of the console is going to be a kickstand, and it's going to be adjustable, so you can adjust it to the best position for you when you're actually playing those games in kickstand mode. So for those of you who like playing the game in kickstand mode, this is obviously a very nice update for you. The last change that the Nintendo Switch has, the new version, is that, as you can see, the dock is a little bit more rounded on the corners at the top, and the new color. I actually really like the new contrast of the color. This black and white, or this, we're gonna have to see when it comes out if it's actually white or light, very light gray, because in some instances in the video it actually looked kind of grayish, but we're just gonna have to wait. The other color is still the all black. The dock is completely black, and the Joy-Cons are the red and the blue that came on the previous version of the Nintendo Switch. Is this the Switch Pro? Obviously not. Is this a bad upgrade for the Switch? No, but I don't think it's an upgrade. If you have this version of the Switch, there's no reason for you to get the new one. It's the exact same console, the exact same battery life. It doesn't have any higher resolution. It's still on the screen 720p at 60 Hz. And when it's docked, it's 1080p. Everybody was expecting in the rumors that it was going to be bumped up, at least in dock mode. It was going to be bumped up to 4K. That didn't happen. No new processor, no new graphics card, so it's still the exact same internals for the previous version of the Nintendo Switch, and the same battery life, even though it has an OLED screen, which is supposed to save a little bit of battery, since the OLED on those dark areas on the screen, it actually turns off those areas. The battery is not being used But then again, Nintendo calls it the same amount of battery life, and I'm guessing because most games from Nintendo are very bright and colorful for the kids. So I'm guessing that's why they say it covers the just about the same battery life as the previous version. And for those of you who played Zelda Breath of the Wild, that had the crashing issues and the lagging issues, it's not going to get fixed with its new version. It's going to look better on the screen because it's going to be an OLED screen, but aside from that, it's not going to get any better. I'm actually not updating to the new version, even though I really like the color. I'm not going to be updating to the new version. The reason why I'm not updating to the new version is because I don't think it's necessary, to be honest with you guys. It's a minor update. If you already have the Nintendo Switch, you don't need to bump up to the new version. Now, if you don't have a Nintendo Switch, then definitely wait for this one, which is coming out on October the 8th, and it's going to cost $350. So it's just a $50 difference from the previous version to the new one. If you like this video, please hit the like button right below me. Also, please consider subscribing and hitting that bell so you can get notified when we have new videos. Remember, we're available on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and obviously YouTube at JR Abrams Tech, so you can stay up to date with the latest news or rumors about tech. Until next time.